Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling the biggest question on your mind. How exactly does this class work? Look, if you're enrolled in the Summer A Accelerated Online Writing course, you are definitely in the right place. But I need you to shift your mindset right now. Think of the syllabus we're going over today not as a slow, meandering stroll through a typical semester, but as a thrilling, fast-paced academic sprint. So let's dive right in and get you prepped to hit the ground running. Okay. I want you to burn this number into your memory. 6. 6 weeks is literally the most important number we're going to talk about today. It represents the incredibly tight, accelerated timeline you're about to conquer. Because this course is compressed into just a month and a half, the pace is going to move ridiculously fast. Every single day counts here, and falling behind, yeah, that's just not an option.
Here's a quick look at our agenda. 1. Welcome to the sprint. 2. Rules of the road. 3. Unit 1. Personal narratives. 4. Unit 2. Argumentative writing. 5. Unit 3. Multimedia project. And finally, 6. Keys to course success.
All right, Section 1. Rules of the road, asynchronous versus self-paced.
Let's go ahead and bust a major myth about online learning right now. You absolutely have freedom in one sense. There are 0 in-person meetings and 0 live Zoom sessions you have to attend. You really can work around your own schedule. But please, do not confuse asynchronous with self-paced. The reality is, you've got strict deadlines spanning weekends and weekends. You can't just wait until Sunday night to do everything. This work requires consistent, multi-day attention throughout the week.
So, what does active participation actually mean in a digital classroom? Well, it means completing all your readings, engaging thoughtfully with the course materials, and putting meaningful effort into your writing assignments. I really want to emphasize that last part. Simply logging into Canvas does not count as participation. You can't just ghost the coursework, click login, and expect to get credit. You've got to be fully academically engaged.
To keep pace in this 6-week sprint, you basically need a daily athletic regimen. First, check Canvas every single day. Second, review those announcements frequently so you don't miss any sudden updates. Third, you've actually got to watch the lectures and videos posted in the modules. And fourth, manage your time responsibly. As the syllabus clearly warns, falling behind in a 6-week window is incredibly tough to bounce back from, mostly because the next assignment is literally always right around the corner.
Now, to survive this pace, it really helps to understand the rule of 3 progression. Think of this as a nice bird's-eye view of your entire semester to ease any anxiety. The course is essentially divided into 3 major units. Each unit lasts just 2 weeks, and every block directly builds upon the exact skills you learned in the last one. It's a very logical flow.
Moving on to Section 2. Unit 1, Personal Narratives, covering weeks 1 and 2.
During this first leg of the sprint, you'll be looking inward and honing some highly specific skills. We're talking about mastering storytelling techniques, deep reflection, nailing your voice and tone, using descriptive writing, and building audience awareness. You're going to be connecting your own personal lived experiences to much larger themes. The ultimate goal here is to build up your writing confidence early on and develop a really strong personal and academic voice right out of the gate.
All right, Section 3, Unit 2, Argumentative Writing, covering weeks 3 and 4.
This middle stretch, this is the heavy lifting phase of the course. We're pivoting from personal stories to external, evidence-based persuasion. You'll focus heavily on creating strong claims and bulletproof thesis statements. You'll learn exactly how to use evidence effectively, critically analyze your sources, tackle counterarguments head-on, and adopt a highly academic tone. Basically, it's all about learning how to respectfully and thoughtfully engage with complex topics and persuade your reader using real, hard research.
And just to connect the dots for you, all of this directly prepares you for the larger independent research project at the end of the course. The research, source analysis, and critical thinking tools you develop in weeks 3 and 4, those are the exact tools you're going to rely on to survive Unit 3.
Which brings us to Section 4, Unit 3, Multimedia Project, covering the final weeks, 5 and 6.
Let's deconstruct this final project, because it might seem a little intimidating at first, but it's totally manageable once we break it down. You'll be doing a strictly 10 to 13-minute video presentation. You absolutely must include yourself speaking, combined with some kind of visual component. For your research, you'll need at least 1 primary source and multiple secondary scholarly sources. As for platforms, you've got total flexibility. PowerPoint, Canva, Google Slides, whatever presentation software you prefer is perfectly fine. You're basically just going to synthesize all your research and present those findings digitally. Now, you actually have amazing freedom here to choose a topic you are genuinely interested in. So whether you want to dive into psychology, pop culture, politics, social media, mental health, music, honestly, it's totally up to you. But there is one major, non-negotiable rule. All research for this final project must come from credible, academic materials accessed through the FAU library databases. Your arguments absolutely have to be grounded in real, scholarly research.
And finally, Section 5, Keys to Course Success, Crossing the Finish Line.
I want to read this exact quote directly from your syllabus, because honestly, it hits the nail on the head. Students who remain organized, communicate consistently, and actively participate throughout the 6 weeks are typically the most successful. The secret to surviving and thriving in a rigorous online course like this isn't just about having raw talent as a writer. It's all about brilliant organization. It's about making it a habit to stay ahead of the curve whenever humanly possible.
Which leaves us with one final crucial question to wrap up our explainer today. How will you manage your time to stay ahead of the pack? You know exactly how this class works now. You know the deadlines are strict, and you know these units build fast. So I highly encourage you to go log into Canvas right now, pull up your calendar, and start mapping out your 6-week sprint. You've got this. Good luck and enjoy the course.